Hi, good evening. Austin Mayor Steve Adler. You got a minute? I can't guarantee how this is going to go tonight because the staff, my staff, is teaching me how to do this by myself, so that during the holidays I have the capacity to be able to speak to you all, even if they're spending it with their household unit. And we'll give this a try and see if it works. We're going to go through the numbers here, but before we do, I just ever so briefly, the governor today was in the news. Apparently, he's gotten a draft bill where DPS would take over Austin Police. And he tweeted out about the state making the cities safe. I've been asked to respond to it by the media. I haven't had a chance to, so I told him just to tune in to Got a Minute tonight, and I would speak about it real briefly. And I wanted to make sure that I had a chance to do that. With respect to the statewide debate on public safety and policing, I just want to say that we need a really serious conversation about how we keep Austin, one of the safest cities in the country, even safer. But I'll tell you the truth, I don't get the naked political rhetoric. It's true. Austin had 16 more homicides this year, and this increase happening in most cities across the country is of concern. But Houston had 31 homicides in the 2-week period that ended December 4th. Just in 2 weeks, 31. And the governor wants to target Austin. You know, the draft bill that the governor spoke about today in his tweet allows him to target cities that are, according to the bill, insufficiently funding public safety. Now, the Texas Tribune reports that Austin is spending 15% more per capita on police than Dallas, 14% more than Houston, and 43% more than San Antonio. And the governor wants to target Austin. We need leaders that are willing to have a serious conversation about public safety. If the governor wants to help and will take it, the help that we need is greater support for mental health treatments and interventions, and housing for those that are unsheltered. That's what we need. We need a serious conversation about public safety. All right, with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers. Let me see if I can pull up the first tab for us to talk about. I think it's there. I hope that you're seeing it. New admissions tonight, 56. That gets our 7-day moving average up to 50. As you recall, yesterday we were at 48. So we've been kind of bouncing around between 48 and 50. Look at the graph in the middle. You can see we've kind of flattened out in that area. Dr. Escott's not going to pull us into stage 5 until it looks like we're solidly in that and beginning to escalate our way through that. The evidence is in data uncertain at this point. We are literally on the edge. Makes us all real nervous as we head into Christmas later this week. We saw the spike that we had in Thanksgiving. If we add a Christmas spike like the one we saw in Thanksgiving on top of the numbers we have right here, then we're going to be solidly in the red area. So let's all endeavor to recognize the virus vaccine is so close. It is so effective and so safe. We just have to keep everybody safe through this holiday, and then there'll be a lifetime of more holidays to come. And while we're starting with those that are on the front lines that can't protect themselves, we're going to start giving the vaccination to those that, if they get it, suffer the most serious consequences. Essential workers that can't protect themselves, folks that are older, folks that have conditions. It looks like everybody who wants it is going to be able to have this vaccination by late spring, early summer. So we just need to hang on a little bit longer, but we have to still wear the masks and social distance, because what we don't know is whether the vaccine stops us from being able to transmit the virus. We know it saves us from getting the illness and the complications. We don't know yet whether we could be like someone who's asymptomatic, no complications, no illness, but still passing it on. We just don't know. So we just have to hang tight here just a little bit longer. That 56 gets us up to that 7-day moving average. The number of new cases is of concern. It's 537. That's significantly above the 7-day moving average. And that's why, even though we're kind of flattened out at 50, there is the additional concern that we're taking a look at. The positivity rate in the city is maybe down a little bit from where we were before. So we're getting kind of that information that moves us in an uncertain place. So we need to show the discipline. Let's take a look at the next screen. Let me see if I can get us to the Travis County public dashboard and see if that one gets us what we want. I think that's it. Number of people hospitalized, 333. That's a concern because we have 333 hospitalized. The 7-day running average is 319. The number that were hospitalized yesterday was 316. So we have more people in the hospitals. The ICU number that we're most concerned about, 84, that's below the 7-day moving average. We're hoping that those increased number of hospitalizations is not a precursor for increased ICUs. The ventilators are at 50. The 7-day moving average is at 48. That is 3 more people on ventilators than we had yesterday. So again, we are literally just at the edge. The important number on this page to look at tonight is the number of deaths. That's the 522. That is in the orange area there. 522. Yesterday it was 516. So it's 6 more people passed away than we had yesterday. Of significance is that now, having moved north of 516, the COVID virus becomes officially the 3rd leading cause of death. If you look at the numbers we had from 2018, passes accidental deaths. That's of concern. This is deadly, but everybody should remember that the death rate, mortality rate per 100,000 people in Austin, significantly lower than what it is in other major Texas cities. So we're doing a great job of caring for one another, protecting one another. We just have to sustain it a little bit longer. I want to talk about the holidays that are coming up here. We all want to have a safe holiday. I want to show you and let me see if I can do this here. This is a page from this Austin Public Health. Let me see if I can do this. This is holidays during COVID-19. Austin Public Health is telling us it's best to avoid gatherings altogether. Low-risk activities you can see there: celebrating with members of your household, decorating your living space, hosting a virtual gathering, preparing traditional recipes, watching holiday-themed movies or shows. A lot of things to be able to do. If you do gather, and it's best not to do that, Austin Public Health wants you to know that, number one, cases have increased 86% since the beginning of the month. And that looks like our Thanksgiving surge. Unlike the weather forecast, our COVID forecast is one that we can change. So act to ensure that future holidays are here for everyone in our community, that everybody survives. If you decide to travel, which Austin Public Health advises against during the actual holiday, please get tested before you depart and self-quarantine for a week when you return. Medium risk activities, small dinner, make sure that you're outside if you're going to do anything. Visit orchards and trees where there's hand sanitizer that's used. Have an outdoor parade or movie night. Best to do these kinds of things just with your family unit. High risk activities, please don't participate in traditional caroling, other door-to-door activities, attending crowded indoor gatherings, going on hay rides with non-household members, traveling outside your community for gatherings. This is the kind of thing that we're looking at. Do not attend in-person celebrations, especially if you have recently had the virus, if you're waiting for test results. We've gone through the safety measures, masks, social distance. Let's be real careful and serve to protect one another. I'm going to close tonight with a video from some of the faith leaders in our community. With the holidays coming up, I wanted you to see what they wanted to say to you. This is a video. Let's see if I can share this with you.
We are all aware that our world is in a time of unprecedented uncertainty.
Our daily routines have been disrupted.
Our future seems less clear.
And our anxiety has increased.
As faith leaders, we want you to remember that your faith tradition has always provided comfort and assurance.
So hold on to your faith in these difficult times.
Draw from the well of your belief for hope and encouragement.
Tómate un tiempo para hacer una pausa y considerar las cosas buenas en tu vida.
Find ways to stay connected with friends, family members, and your faith community.
Re-energize yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually.
And please continue to do the things that help stop the spread of COVID-19.
Wash your hands frequently.
If you are sick, please stay home.
When around others, wear face covering and maintain physical distance.
Above all, we want you to know that
we see you.
Nos preocupamos por ti.
We need you.
Tú importas.
Because after all,
we are all in this together.
All right. I hope you saw something here tonight. Trying to follow my instructions from Janine as best I could. You all take care. Be safe. And we'll touch base tomorrow. Good night.